People always want to find out what their magic number is for retirement. A lot of people shoot for, I want to be a millionaire. Now, we've proven quite a few times that you may not need $1 million to live through the retirement years. It all depends on what your expenses are. Well, Go Banking Rates did an article. It looked like it was shared by NASDAQ.com. We're going to put this below. But at the age of 65 and older, it showed $750,000 is what you've saved for retirement, and then how long that would actually last you in each of the 50 states. And it's actually plus one because they included DC in there. And so with that, though, what I found was interesting was they were missing a lot of different key points. So I'm going to go through a bit of the article, but then I'm actually going to go through Nest Egg, the software we use here with clients, to show you what the breakdown is and what this really could look like. And so let's go ahead and take a look here. So as far as the breakdown of the article, they have $750,000 saved for retirement. And then you have the data was coming from the Bureau of Labor Statistics 2022 Consumer Expenditure Survey. And then the cost per state came from the 2023 Missouri Economic Research and Information Center. And again, it's for age 65 and older for this article. But the missing data that I found, so they actually didn't include inflation, investment returns, tax liability, where the dollars are located, Roth 401k, regular 401k, pre-tax IRAs, brokerage accounts, didn't list any of that, and they didn't include Social Security. Well, this is a big hang up because if you're looking just at this article and you say, okay, I've got $750,000, I'm looking to retire to this state, well, it's just showing it as though it's going to take the expenses. And let's just say that you have $750,000 and the state requires $75,000 a year based on their using of the Bureau of Labor of Statistics. So with that, they're basically going to say, okay, you can live in that state for 10 years. But they're not including so much other data that is necessary to make sure this is accounted for. And so looking at the article, though, it was cool to see, based on what their breakdown was, the most expensive states, so I just took the top 5 here. Hawaii, you would need $104,245.85 based on this article. DC, $84,876. And then, you go there, you can see Massachusetts, California, New York. Those are your top 5. And then for your bottom 5, you would have Oklahoma is the best. So $49,839. Mississippi's $49,896. Kansas, West Virginia, and Alabama. So all of those break those down. But what we're wanting to look at really is, okay, let's actually be real about this. Let's put $750,000 in an account and let's see how this will work. Now, I built this plan out using the data that's stating, I believe the information is from Yahoo Finance. That's who it's from. $1,545 Social Security. That's the average based on Yahoo Finance for age 65. So I included that. And then I put the person, it's retired Roger. So I put retired Roger retiring in the state of Florida. So we're not going to account for any kind of state tax. So we're not going to have that there that we're actually incorporating in. We're only going to incorporate in federal taxes for this plan. And so if we take the $750,000 and we say, okay, we're going to live in Hawaii, which remember Hawaii was $104,245. So that's $8,687 a month. Well, obviously they're not going to have any probability of success retiring, but when would this money actually run out? So in this scenario, with this person, they're investing in a 70-30 allocation. So that's what we're looking at, 70-30 as far as stocks, bonds. So if we're looking at the breakdown here, this is going to come down, and we can see that in Hawaii, they're actually going to run out of cash. Let's get to the accounts here. There we go. So if we look at the accounts, we can see they're going to run out of cash, age 74, out of cash completely in this scenario. So let's go back. Now that you see how this is working, let's take a look at some of the other states. So you have DC, because DC came down to $84,876. Well, DC is going to be $7,073. They're going to have a 2% probability of success. If we go over here to the confidence map, you can see, again, they're going to probably run out of money pretty quick in this state, retiring on only $750,000 and getting the national average of $1,545 for Social Security. So let's take a look at New York, because again, New York comes down to $72,792. Well, that gives you $6,066 monthly expenses. And again, we're building in inflation in this as well of 2.5% each year. So that's another thing that really wasn't mentioned in the article. And so you have a 13% probability of success. But then let's go ahead and say, hey, you know what? Let's take a look at Alabama, because Alabama was $51,053 annually. So we're looking at adjustment here of, waiting on this, $4,254 monthly, 79% probability of success. As a financial planner, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, hey, there's a good probability that you're going to be able to retire and live all the way through retirement years. And then if we go to Oklahoma, it's even going to be even better because $49,839. Now, again, remember, I'm not building in any kind of state income tax on this. I'm only looking at $750,000 in an IRA account, pre-tax dollars that they're going to be using, so paying federal. But the retirement expense, $4,153. They're going to be able to make it through retirement too. So that's just a breakdown of looking at this article. It's great because it can make you ask some questions, but you really want to look at a financial plan to figure out what's going to be best for you. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. If you saw something that maybe, am I missing from this? Or maybe the article you thought was interesting and that you think that you want to. Let me know if there's something that you think that I'm missing from this. I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm just kind of like trying to wrap this up. And I'm like, let me know if there's anything. What? Let me know if there's anything. Let me know if there's anything that you think that I'm missing from this. I don't know. What should I be saying at the end of this thing?